How much space do you have in your truck?
On the back of my truck? Or in this back?
Specifically. So here's what I'm wondering is if we can get everything for the fence that you need to do, like all the materials, but also can we get soil? Right now I have 3.5 8-inch panels times 3. I have 15 T-posts. That's what you had already told me.
Mm-hmm.
I need 8 bags of compost. I probably need 8 bags of soil. And then what if we got another truckload while we're there at the greenery of the rock to go ahead and
So is that all we need?
I think so. Probably not. We'll probably have to
For
make
this
another trip. We'll realize we forgot one thing. But okay, let's do it.
All right.
The top of that will all be filled with compost and dirt and amendments.
That's all mulch.
But this is all mulch because it'll break down. And your plant's not going to go that deep unless you're doing like potatoes or something, which I'm not. I'm just doing berries in this. So it will break down over time. You don't have to spend all that money. I didn't know that before. I didn't know that last year. Last year we filled all these up completely with dirt. Could have saved a lot of money.
You just put mulch on the bottom, is that what you're saying?
I did, but you can do like sticks and leaves, and some people like top that with cardboard. But this is kind of all going to break down anyways because it has the leaves in with the mulch. So it'll break down.
Nice. So I have all of our T-posts and fence panels out here. And we're about to run the new perimeter of the new garden. We're just gonna talk it through to make sure I gave us enough space. This is the edge of the fence. Here's our planter. And we're gonna wanna be able to run a wheelbarrow through here.
The only thing is like right about here it starts to like dip.
Well, we don't have to use that. Let's just...
So like, I don't think I need a whole lot of space. Like right there is probably fine. Well, the other thing is too, like if I get too far out, I'm not going to use it because this is too big.
Well, I'm gonna take that off.
Oh, okay.
That whole branch starting from the edge of the tree over.
Great. Cool.
So that would be corner,
Yes.
corner.
Yes. Great.
Okay, cool. I'll drive posts.
Cool. What's going on? Yeah, it's okay. It's all right. What's going on? Yeah, no big deal. Can you give me kind of an update? Like, when did you start contracting?
All right, got our perimeter. This will be our trellis entrance. Beds here. Take this line of fence down. All this will be open. And all through here. Check out this romance. I would say bromance, but they ain't bros.
Okay, we're actually headed to our friends that live around the corner. Well, I don't know if they're friends. I mean, we're their friends.
New acquaintances.
New acquaintances. So what happened was I was looking for onion sets, I think, or seed potatoes or something, and I Googled it to see if there were any around me, and up pops this organic farm, and I look at the address and I'm like, that's like right by us. And so I click into the website and they're full on Homestead, and it said you could pick up eggs on Saturdays. So that following Saturday I just drove up there and introduced myself. It's like, hi, I'm a new homesteader around the corner. And we became friends. So we go in on feed together. There's some of the people around us that go in on feed together, but they've been homesteading, I think, for a decade, maybe longer. They have, one of them has certification, I don't know what the technical term would be for it, in permaculture. I think he went to school for permaculture. So they are, compared to us, pros when it comes to gardening. So we're gonna head to their house for a little homestead tour to get inspired on our garden and how we want to set it up, especially because they are more pro than we are. So I'm really excited to go and actually officially check out their property. I mean, I've been to their house and I know what they do, but he's going to actually explain and take us on a tour. I'm hoping I can get some tips from him on my potatoes. I didn't have a lot of success growing my potatoes last year. It's the first time to try to grow them. And one of the things is you're supposed to hill them up every so often after they grow. And so many people suggest straw, and we can't get straw around here that's not sprayed with stuff, so I can't use straw. So I want to know what they use. They've been a great resource for things like that, actually, of just like, hey, what hay do you guys use? What, you know, because you can get on YouTube and people suggest things, but if it's not available to you in your area, that makes it really hard. So it's nice to have somebody local that's been doing this a long time that can step in and say, hey, this is how we do it.
Yeah.
So hopefully I know where I'm going. Oh yeah, there we are. Just look for the high tunnel.
Well, I'm probably a little more used to it than most people. But this is our chicken tractor. It has a rope on the front. I pull this by hand. My wife hooks the tractor to the rope and pulls it because it's heavy.
How many can you fit in there?
60.
Really?
So both sides, the lids come up. So we put their food, water, and everything in there, and we move this at least once a day.
And they live in here.
They live in here. The black bin behind Barbara there, that is our compost tea brewer. It's a plastic trash can. I've got the little color germination tape section. So really what we're trying to do here is germinate things. So this is cabbage. It's ready to go on the ground. But so what happens is the black soldier fly, they live in the tree canopy. That's kind of why you want it at least under some trees. That's typically where they live. So they'll come in. They actually will come in under the edge of this lid to get in here and lay their eggs. And the eggs, the larva, is what you're after, right? The larva climb or walk up these ramps because as larvae, for whatever reason, their instinct tells them to go up, whether it's up a tree, up a stick, they're trying to get higher for some reason. They fall in this bin, and we come and collect this bin, take it out, and feed the chickens.
Okay, one bed we used it, and it was amazing because I tarped it for 6 weeks, and just in that 6-week time and coming back to the Broad Fork, I was like, this is totally different soil. Really? Yeah. This is so much easier though than even the
He's
one.
got a really great question. I absolutely love this question.
What's the question?
His question is, why wouldn't I just use a tiller? Okay, and traditionally that's what most gardeners do, and we use a form of a tiller to make to make these beds, but only once or twice a year when we're flipping the beds. The rest of the time we're doing this, right? We get great exercise, plus we're working the soil. The reason we don't use the tillers pulverize the soil. They're killing the microorganisms, destroying them. You're destroying the mycorrhizal fungi and the other organic materials and things that you want in the soil are destroyed by tilling. That's why all of when you see all of the commercial crops around here, the monocrops that are growing an entire 1,000 acres of corn, that's a monocrop, and they're using tractors to till all that up. There's no microbial life in there anymore. To your life of onions, that one has frozen. It was here during the 6-degree days, right? It got frostbitten, a few of the leaves died, but it came right back, and the onions will do the same thing. Everything that we do, I really want to encourage people to think about your health care. If you need to have a baby, use a midwife, right? If you need to buy groceries, food, try as much as possible to buy from local farmers and people that care about what they're doing, care about what's in the food and what's going into you guys, right? I mentioned this little section out here in the kitchen garden feeds my wife and I without having to do anything that we did on the market garden, right? So it doesn't take a huge amount of space. The point being, I want people to begin to think about every purchase they make. I don't want to see single-use plastics to continue, for example. All the plastic bags, we've started using the reusable grocery bags we go to the store. We take our own produce bags. We're not getting the produce bags, all that plastic. It ends up polluting the water, polluting the environment. I did a couple of quick YouTube. They were flying in our trees. Yeah. They end up everywhere. So every purchase, just try to think. Don't buy the plastic water bottles. Get a glass bottle. Use it all the time. Fill it with your Berkey. Greenhouse, you saw some of the containers we had out there, like the gallon jugs for kelp mix or fish emulsion or whatever. You would normally consider that a single-use plastic, and to some degree I do. But when I'm done with that bottle, we'll make a food scoop out of it. We'll use that. We don't buy plastic bottles that we're just going to throw away. Typically, we tried it. Everything has multiple purposes. We use it until we absolutely can't use it anymore. I know it's work, but I want to encourage everybody to start thinking about everything that you purchase. Grow as much as you can, raise as much as you can, and just try to live a more sustainable life that's good for us and our planet. Appreciate all you guys being here today. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you so much for your time.